What's up, Soultribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. And today, I'm back with y'all daily message for 11/11, November 11th, 2021. So hopefully you guys are doing some things to kind of set y'all intentions for today, with this being such a strong energy portal. You know, 11/11 is like one of my favorite synchronicities. I'm very connected to the number 11. I'm on 11 life path, number 11 life path. I ain't gonna tell y'all the exact time that I was born, but I was born on a synchronicity. I was born at the time of a synchronicity, and then I'm ruled by the 11th house. Okay, so with that being said, I can easily say that this is probably one of my favorite portals throughout the year. Okay. I am really getting the energy of do less, say more. Do more, say less. Okay. So a lot of you guys are stepping into y'all power. Y'all recognizing the power of silence. Okay. Because there's always a prying ear. Yes, you do have trustworthy people in your life that you can share your innermost secrets, desires, fears, and everything else with. But, you know, use your discernment when it comes to that, because a lot of people in the world today, you know, they do wear very good, thick masks when it comes down to pretending to be, you know, an ally when they really an adversary, okay? So, without further ado, I definitely do feel like action is needing to be taken today. You know what I'm saying? Like more action and less speaking, especially as it pertains to you wanting things to go back in a flow with you. You know, it's all about taking your power back. And like I said, it's a lot of power in silence. So without further ado, guys, Holy Divine Spirit, angels, ancestors, and spirit guide to the highest white light, please use me as a vessel of clear, concise channeled messages for the for the collective spirit, for this 11/11 portal, and the daily message that they need to receive today. Spirit, can we please get some insight for the collective for today? What is it that the collective needs to hear and or know for today's daily message? Now that kind of came out in a clump, so I'm kind of reluctant to take it. We are going to look at it, but I'm going to keep shuffling. Openness, alright. Yeah, wow. Okay, because the portal was open. Because this is talking about astrology, astronomy, you know, what's going on in the world. And then we have a full moon coming up right after that, you know, this weekend or early next week. I'm not sure exactly what day it falls on, but I do know that we have a full moon that's coming up. So, okay, the universe is open at this time. And that's why I said, now if you're talking out loud, if you're reading affirmations out loud, if you're reading your intentions out loud, that's a whole nother thing. But I'm just saying, like, no announcements right now. Be very much behind the scenes with whatever it is that you're doing. Do your co-creating in silence and in solitude. You know what I'm saying? Focus. Yeah, because it's time to recenter your focus now. Okay, so that's one of the things that definitely needs to be addressed, is anything that's been causing blockages, which could have been a lack of focus, distractions in your life. You know what I'm saying? So you could be getting some distractions today, because like I was saying, this actually came out in reverse. So at the end of the day, it's like the portal is open for everybody, whether their intentions are good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So don't allow any purification and releases here. So again, you know, a lot of release needs to be done, and you need to release distraction or anything that's causing you to shift your focus. It's time to shed. Like literally, it's time to shed whatever it is that's been holding you down, weighing you down, or like I said, keeping you stagnant, keeping your life the opposite of a flow. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting that, like, flow was in reverse, like in my mind, like the way the river flows, and it was in reverse. It was kind of like, okay, that could be perceived as a drought, stagnancy, anything like that. It's time to take action on what it is that you want, rather than the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, external blaming, any of that. It's like Take responsibility for your reality. And that's been the message for the majority of every single day this week. We're here at Thursday, okay? So technically it has been the whole week that, you know, Spirit has been reminding us every single day to start taking more responsibility for what our current reality looks like. Because honestly, it's a reflection of how you feel, it's a reflection of things you think, and it's the reflection of the things that you consume. And the only way that basically you, like anybody else, can hold any accountability is because you're consuming what it is that other people think and or say, and you're allowing that to be a part of your reality rather than to not focus on that and focus on co-creating with the universe. Okay, because with this openness here, it's like you choose whether you take advantage of certain portals, you know, certain phases, certain transits to help benefit you, or are you going to allow distractions? You know what I'm saying? Focus on what it is that's needed right now. Focus on what you can control. Focus on what matters. So let's see. And it's not the things that's blocking you. Don't focus on things and people that are trying to distract you, because essentially, like I said, action. Yup. It's time to smooth out the tides, period. Anything that's been ruffling your feathers, roughening your waters, you know what I'm saying? It's time to smooth out the tide, because essentially it's you. You hold that power. You hold that magic within you to create what it is that you want. Now, how deeply you believe that, you know what I'm saying? Like how deeply you believe within yourself that you hold that power, that's, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the magnitude of how much control you will actually have when it comes down to molding your life into what you want it to be. You know, so again, action. Today is a day that's full of action. Making vision boards, writing out your intentions, making sure that, you know, certain nooks, crannies, and crevices that can be holding dense energies within your home is cleared away, smudged, wiped down, dusted, swept away, protected. You know what I'm saying? Like, action needs to be taken. If you want flow, action has to be taken towards that. They say that prayer works, but works without prayer is dead. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that too. It's like the person that's actually planting the seeds, watering them, hoeing the weeds away, you know, building small little fences to keep animals from eating their crops. Those are the people that's growing. You know, you can plant a seed and sit at the bare ground and pray all you want to. But if you're not doing all the hoeing and the growing that you need to do in order to receive that harvest or that crop, then guess what? It's not going to come to you because you're too distracted by other things. You know what I'm saying? And typically, it's either our own subconscious fears or ones that have been projected and programmed within us for us to believe that we have to worry, for us to believe that, you know, we have to be in this anxious energy and obsessed with the outcome in order to receive the blessings at the end, when it's not true. It's kind of like set your intentions, be confident in it, trust in divine timing, and take a step back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you can be consistent with your manifestations, but it's like, don't obsess over it, because that's showing the opposite of faith. Okay? It's causing resistance is what I'm hearing here. It's like Spirit wants you to take the road of less resistance, least resistance. So once again, you know, whatever's been distracting you, I feel like that's resistance. It's time to just start going around people acting like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I mean is maneuvering around these types of obstacles, whatever they are. And most of the time they are other individuals in our lives. And it doesn't matter what that role is. You know, a lot of us have been talking heavily about family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, even your own children sometimes. When your children are displaying different types of behaviors or just negative energy, it definitely can be draining to a parent, whether we want to admit that or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the truth of the matter. So let's see. Let's get 3 more cards, Spirit. for today's message, and then we'll clarify. Wisdom is in reverse. And I'm literally hearing Ahud's voice say strength, courage, and wisdom. I just want to pull a couple of more cards while I'm trying to pull the energy from this wisdom in reverse here. Community is also in reverse. Yeah, so it could be people in your own community. Okay? It could be people in your own community, people that you perceive, you know what I'm saying, as friends and things of that nature. People that you feel are a part of your transition, your transformation. And like I said, if you're finding out that people aren't as locked in as you thought they were, you're recognizing them as a distraction, and you taking the necessary action to maneuver around these individuals, period. Because right now is the time. With this openness being here and being the first card out, as a matter of fact, that like set the tone for the whole reading. You know what I'm saying? Like if we just wanted to say 1111 portal, then this would make sense, because it's like transits that's coming in, portals that's coming in, vortexes that are opening up for us because of things that are happening above, reflecting what's going on below. But just understand that also, in addition to these transits, you also have some sense of control when it comes down to how you feel on the inside, what you're putting out, you know. And so I feel like that's something that you are gaining wisdom on. Because with wisdom being in reverse, it's not that the wisdom is not there at all. It's not like it's null and void. It's not like it's just absolutely absent. But what it's saying to me is that you're in a process of understanding this concept and implementing it on an everyday basis so that you can see some change. You know? So, again, with community being in reverse, it's like, okay, with this transit opening up, you know, a portal for us, or an energetic portal opening up for us, again, a lot of things may come into play. A lot of things may be revealed. A lot of you guys found out, Monday or Tuesday, that there was some people that were considered friends in your space that weren't really friends. You probably already know who those people are by now, because that was Monday. Today is Thursday. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's new information, and it's probably very sensitive news at that. Because, again, I am definitely getting, with this card actually being an upright, these are people that you felt were of the same kind. These are people that you already envisioned kind of having as a part of your future when it comes down to continuing to grow, evolve, and, you know what I'm saying, basically elevate yourself. You felt like these were people like birds of a feather type energy, that you guys were on the same page. And for others of you, it could absolutely, like, you know, again, we already broke down the variations. I don't be want to have to repeat that. Like, once I say it, you just put the category of which this stands for you, you know. And this can be a very devastating time to not get along with family members and friends, because it's the holiday season. Nobody really truly wants to spend the holidays alone. If we had a choice, if we had healthy minded individuals to be surrounding ourselves with, and love and laughter and family games and good food and fireplaces, then trust and believe we would do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we would congregate, we would, you know, commune with other individuals. But a lot of awakened individuals, we opt for either smaller crowds or just sticking to the household that we in. And it's like, okay, if y'all want to drop by for a plate or to get y'all a gift, that's fine. But at the end of the day, it's like, it's more about the protection of your energy than it is anything. Just like we speak on codependent relationships, it's not about just being with somebody for the sake of being with someone. It's like, are they an extension of your happiness? Are they a support system to you? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys, I don't want to say see things from the same lenses, because I honestly don't feel like you have to with your partner. And a lot of you guys are Aquarius that view me, and you guys already know that, because we don't try to change people. We let people be who they are, and it's okay for us to be different. A lot of people feel like they have to be with a carbon copy in a relationship, and that just goes to show the arrogance of the world this day. It's like, why do you have to be with an exact carbon copy of yourself? Why is it so hard to handle somebody whose ideas are a little bit, whose ideas, views, and beliefs are a little bit tweaked from what it is that yours are. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything don't always have to be the exact same. You don't have to put yourself in a copy machine, copy yourself out, draw some hair on it, and call it your counterpart. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are allowed to be different, unique, and rare, okay? So at the end of the day, you could have been surrounded by individuals. You could have been putting focus and energy into these individuals. And, you know, you could have already faced the disappointment of these same people that you felt like was a part of your community being people that are truly not, no matter what their title is in your life, you know? So with that being said, you know, like I said, if you found that out earlier this week, you're probably still processing the disappointment of that. But I do feel like you guys are moving along, because again, it was like you learned a lesson. You was meant to gain another stripe. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that just happens. Sometimes people just come into our lives so we can gain another stripe. Now you about to put your focus back into yourself, because maybe you realizing, okay, well, if stuff is still being revealed to me as far as people's intentions, then once again, going within, what is it within me that's reflecting outwardly, that's attracting these type of individuals? Do I have what they're missing, or is there some type of insecurity or wound within me that attracts these individuals to me? Okay, so that's some of the wisdom that you guys have been trying to gain over the past couple of days, and I do feel like it's causing you to take a closer look at yourself and who you choose to be around and who you choose to call a friend, and you know, whatever the case is. Let's get one more. I mean, it's just been so strong in the energy, y'all. So, you know, if things are being revealed to you guys about, stillness. I told y'all, more action, less talking. I feel like that stillness is like, peace, be still. It's something here about the swans and how they survive in these lagoons over the wintertime. I don't know, but I feel like it's an important message in that, so I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so it's a tundra, not a lagoon, but it is speaking about the tundra being in certain hemispheres of the world, and it's like literally frozen all year round, even in the summertime. It could be muddy, desolate, and barren, but this is where migrating birds, even beautiful birds like the swan, come and migrate during the wintertime. Okay, so even like, it's like even the ugliest situations that you've been through, you can evolve through, because we all know that swans aren't born the most beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like they transform and they become beautiful, but it's like even the environment that they have to be in, with it being one that's tumultuous, it's like when they come out of it, they wait until things thaw, and then it becomes beautiful again. And so this is definitely speaking to the fact that it's like you need to take a step back away from something, and you could have been already putting in a lot of action, and maybe things have been tumultuous, and it could be because of distractions. It could be because of people in the community that wasn't truly, like I said, an ally, but an adversary. And during this time when you're taking a step back away from projects, relationships, or anything else, it's a time to kind of incubate, focus on yourself, go within, listen to that inner voice, forgive yourself and others, and allow the energy shift to help whatever it is that you've been putting so much action into to shift as well. So even though it's like, it could be a harsh time in your life, or it could be really desolate, or it could be a drought, or whatever the case is, even if it's relationship wise, like you can just be kind of feeling like everybody that you bring into your life is on the same wave, and you're trying to get away from that energy and attract newer energies into your life. Take a step back and listen to that inner voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, if there's lessons that's been missed, or if you still holding resentment from past situations that kind of perpetuate this same situation that you're going through right now, then there's something that's being missed, and it's probably the release of the resentment. And if it's not towards that person, then it could be towards yourself, you know. But at the end of the day, when we forgive others, we need to forgive ourselves, because there's a part of us that feels like we ignored red flags, that feels like we betrayed ourselves, that feels like we allowed it. And in a sense, that's the truth. So that's why Spirit is asking you to just be still. You know what I'm saying? Like, every single thing doesn't deserve a reaction. And guys, I'm telling you, as I speak to you guys, I'm speaking to myself, because y'all already know what I went through last week. And, you know, if I had it to do again, I wouldn't have reacted at all. I wouldn't have defended myself. I wouldn't have said nothing. Because at the end of the day, my word has always been bond. And anybody that knows me and anybody that has any type of discernment, they know that. So I don't have to go up against people that are trying to cause commotion and tumultuity in my life. Because essentially that was just meant to cause a distraction. And so I'm only using that. Shout out to Natalie, because she told me don't be afraid to tell clips of my story so that you guys can find in which way that relates to your life. Because essentially, again, we are all in this soul tribe in order to exchange empowerment, to help each other, to help lift each other up, to give each other that insight and energy that we need on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis that's helping us all to rise. Okay? So flexibility is at the bottom of the deck. So again, it's like you need to see things from a different light, but at the same time, you are being asked to set boundaries and like be firm. It's like your flexibility with people, you being this easygoing individual, it definitely could have caused like cracks in your foundation where people like this can slither through. But again, it's like forgive those, for they know not what they do. And a lot of people that do, you know, people wrong, that have a good energy, they end up regretting it. And we don't have to wait for that day. It's inevitable. You know what I'm saying? Like when we sitting there waiting on negative stuff to happen for other people, and I'm real, again, like I said, I'm talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? When we sit around and wait for people to get their karma or, you know, whatever, like you can wait for your own vindication, but it's like, don't put so much focus into what's going on in somebody else's life. I just saw 2222. So it's like shift your decisions, shift what it is that you focused on, shift what it is that, you know, is captivating your mind so much. Because essentially, you know, even if certain things just seem like it's fair to think and be that way, it's not. It's an individual hindrance on your own life. Okay, so let's see. Why is openness here? Y'all, 10 of Earth in reverse. Two of Fire. Okay, I mean, again, some of you guys just feel lost, you know, especially if it's something that you got to kind of take a step back away from. This can also be an outside energy when it comes down to you, because I see somebody making plans to come towards you, but you got to be careful because we speaking about distractions in this reading. All right, this can definitely be with this 10 of Pentacles in reverse, we all know what's up. This is like that long-term longevity, you know, generational wealth, building a family business. And so when Spirit is saying like take a step back away from a project or a relationship, this can be exactly that. This can be a relationship that failed that you felt would be long term, or this could have been a business that you was trying to create for your legacy and it ended up falling through, or it ended up hitting a space where it's, you know, again, it could be like in a balance and kind of, but this is saying that anything that feels like it's in an ugly way right now, to give it time, because it will revive itself. Okay, so once again, somebody could be making plans to come towards you today. Okay, and it could be the very same person. Also, I was getting not to start any new cycles right now just yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, be at peace with any new cycles. Like, if you have hesitation, fear, or doubt around any connections that you're getting ready to start, then hold out on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, be still with it. Be peaceful with it. Be vigilant and see exactly what it is that can be contributed you know, both ways. Not even just what that person can bring to you, but what can you offer to that individual right now? Because this is a card of incubation and isolation. And I'm not trying to encourage that 24/7, but sometimes our focus do need to be put within ourselves. It's a time to party and play, and it's a time to work and focus. So why is action here, Spirit? Yup, inner work. Take action towards the inner work. Take action towards what it is that still has you emotionally bound. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people you walked away from, but you still in your feelings about it. So process those emotions and once again offer yourself some forgiveness. So that's the inner work that needs to be done, because that could be what's blocking your prosperity. And that could be something that is even, you know, perpetuating from past lifetimes, because I see eights as infinity signs and infinity signs as past life cycles repeating. So the inner work that is looking like you need to focus on, that could be stemming from past lives, definitely has to do with being able to detach and walk away from things that no longer serve you, and energetically snip that as well, because it's like leaving something physically but allowing yourself to stay stuck in your emotions over it. It basically just defies the whole thought and plan of you walking away from it and allowing it and releasing it. It's not a true release until it's energetically released, you know. That's why I say a lot of people, they get upset about exes and old people coming up in readings, but those people are still in your energy, and there's nothing that a reader can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, the only person that can do something about that is you, by getting that person out of your energy, so that it can be energetic space for a new love to come through in a love reading. Okay, so why is wisdom here in reverse? Star in reverse. There's so much more healing and deep diving that you need to do to align with this, and that could be the reason why Spirit is saying be still, because at your most quiet, still times, that's when you're going to hear the voice of God the loudest. When you got a whole lot of outside noise and chatter and a whole community of individuals that are, you know, really aimless in their own lives, so they can only provide distraction in yours, you know what I'm saying, then that's the outcome. But yeah, with the star here and the eight of Pentacles in reverse, is very much apparent that it's still healing that needs to be done within the collective here. Okay? And during this time of healing, you're going to be putting yourself in alignment for whatever new beginning, this exciting, inspirational, you know, creative new beginning that you want to start here. There's more wisdom that needs to be attained. Not only about a specific subject, a project, a job, but about yourself. You know what I'm saying? What is it about me that I can shift in order to stop things from continuing to happen over and over again? Because we're going to have experiences and we're going to be tested, but it's more frustrating than ever when you're receiving the same test over and over. Like, that's a frustrating feeling. Why is community in reverse here? Six of Earth. You know, by letting these individuals go, which were really just baggage and putting more weight in your life, you know what I'm saying? And that could have been why they were showing up as the community, because it could have been something that you had to offer that these people were gaining off of. Whatever that is, even if it was just that you are an energetic sponge and they can come and dump their issues onto you. You know, I don't even feel like some people do that on purpose. They just know when they feel drawn and called to your energy, and it's just like, you know, they don't look at it as that. They look at it as, hey, you know, my friend such and such, she give good advice. She got great energy. I know at the end of that conversation, I'm going to feel better. But most of the time, when a person is approaching you and their energy isn't the best and yours is, then they leave with that sense of peace that you give them, but you're stuck and stifled with the anxiety, the problems, the baggage, the burdens that's on them. So once again, it's time to stop being flexible to that. Have some type of boundaries about yourself. When it's your time and people want to bombard you, look at this. Underneath that, I'm getting inner peace and then new beginnings. That's what you need. This is the key to your new beginnings, is being at peace. And cutting out whatever it is that's hindering or distracting that peace, okay? Let's get one last card, stillness. We're going to call it a day because it's 30 minutes and that's just got to be me talking too much because I don't see how this turned into 30 minutes. Why is stillness here? Temptation in reverse. You're going to be real tempted to let somebody back in your life because this person is going to come in. They may make it seem like they left something behind. They may make it seem like they ready. For some of them, they could have left something behind. But at the end of the day, what I'm seeing here at the bottom of the deck is that you got to make yourself happy before you can put all that energy into everything and everybody else. We got the 9 of Cups and then the 10 of Cups. Like I said, other individuals are just an extension of our happiness. They're not supposed to define our happiness. So with this 9 of Cups, I feel like this is a time of providing for yourself what makes you happy so that essentially you can call in that whole division, family sector, friend circle, sister circle, brother circle, relationship with your mom, dad, sisters, and brothers, co-workers, neighbors, whatever the case is, you have to make yourself happy first. Because if you're making everybody else happy and you not receiving any of that happiness, then it's all in vain. And everybody's just walking away with your energy and you're feeling depleted. Okay? And you could have been battling yourself for a really long time. And I feel like you've been attracting individuals whose only focus was to make themselves happy. And that's what you're being asked to push to the side. Step aside from those type of individuals. Allow them to learn how to be reciprocal. Because if they're not, you're going to continue to land yourself in the same position. And it's going to eventually cause you to resent individuals that need your help. And we kind of got this in a message yesterday or day before yesterday. But it was talking about your purpose and how your purpose was too great to spend it in vain. And I'm saying spend because, like I always say, or I haven't always said this, but I've been saying it for the past couple of weeks to remind you how valuable your energy is. Energy is currency. It's literally valuable like money. Now, you can't see it. It's not tangible like money. But it's money, okay? Energy is currency. All right, and that's why you should never feel bad about charging for what you do, especially if you use your energy to do it, because your energy is too valuable to put a low price on, okay? And it furthermore is too valuable for you to become an energetic sponge for individuals that can come to you for advice, but they need to learn when and how to respect your boundaries, okay? So for now, once again, it's like more action, but I feel like the action is more inner work based rather than putting work into projects, because Spirit is definitely saying with that stillness that there needs to be a wait period. It needs to be more patience and it needs to be more trust. Okay, guys? So like, share, comment, and subscribe. Join the Soul Tribe, and I'll check you guys out in the